In this video, I'm going to give you 5 resources you can use that will help you on your journey to becoming a firearms owner in Canada. Hello there, my name is Xander. If you're new here, welcome to Firearm Culture Canada, and if you're returning, it's really good to see you again. This is where we talk about firearm related content relevant for Canadians. You can find all the time codes to everything I'm going to talk about today in the description below. First up is how to actually get your firearm license, or your PAL, or your RPAL. I did have a video playlist on this that you can find up here, but I made them at the start of the channel and the audio is not very good, and you know, we will redo them at some point in the future, but it's a good stepping stone. So for this video, we'll give you the TLDR of it. The first thing you should do is contact an instructor in your region. There are a lot of people that do it. If you live in a big city or a rural area, you should be able to find someone that will take a class locally. If you don't already know of someone, then a good place to look would be on your social media. Join local groups that are related in the gun community. Ask around. If you're only interested in shooting bolt action rifles and pump shotguns, then you should get the PAL. But if you're interested in shooting like pistols and semi-automatic rifles and lots more fun stuff, you should definitely get the restricted classification as well. The price for both can range from about $200 to $300, and this is heavily dependent on your region and your instructor. Then you'll need to send your course results, your money, your paperwork, your references, your application. Everything you do need to send for it will be in your application that's given to you by your instructor when you pass. You have to send them more money too. I think it's like another $80. That could change also by time, so make sure you check on the application that you have, as that will be the most up to date. Send off your application to the RCMP, and usually they would have it back to you in about 4 to 6 months or less, but with recent times that time has been going up quite a bit. A lot of people get really anxious during this time and they want to call up. I would say the best thing to do is to be patient unless they contact you. After maybe the 6-month mark is when I would call them and see if maybe there's something gone wrong with your application. But during this time, they're going to look into your personal history, any mental health stuff that they can find, family, friends, anyone you gave as a reference. They're going to look to basically see if you're a danger. Next up is how to join a shooting range. In many rural communities, they're sometimes called sportsman associations. But depending on where you live, you may have to travel an hour or two to a range, and so choose a range, give them an email or a call, ask to join. There might be some membership requirements. Usually another fee goes along with that. Range fees per year are very vast, and they can go from like $65 a year to hundreds of dollars per year depending on where you are. After you're all set up, they'll give you a key and you'll be able to go there during their regulated hours, and you can shoot all your non-restricted firearms and sometimes your restricted ones as well. You can only shoot your restricted firearms on a registered range. On the other hand, you can shoot your non-restricted firearms on crown land or private land where the laws allow you to discharge firearms, but you really should check your local laws for where you can legally discharge a firearm. Next, you should consider joining the Canadian Coalition for Firearm Rights. The CCFR are an advocacy and education group in Canada that will support you using your firearms legally. They've got a massive list of achievements of things that they've done recently on their website, the website which we will link to here. They have a really good reputation in the firearms community as well as in the media, and they'll use your membership and your donations to help fight the current court case against the Canadian government. They've made tons of appearances across radio and television across Canada that have really helped to boost our reputation with non-gun owners. And they've got lots of other stuff going on, podcasts, TV shows, media campaigns. The list goes on, and they're working very hard to fight for your rights. Joining is easy. An individual membership only costs $40 a year, and you can pay for that with a credit card online, and they'll use this money far more effectively than any other firearms organisation in Canada. Next is how to buy a firearm, new or used. Now that you have your license, you can go into any local gun store or buy firearms online. Now that you have your firearms license in hand, you can walk into a local gun shop and talk to the really nice people that work there and let them know what you're looking for. Generally how it would go is you would look around in the cabinets or on the walls, firearms that you're interested in looking at. You can ask to handle the firearm. At that point, they'd be fair to ask to see your license, and they do sometimes do that if they don't know you. They'll show you it's unloaded and they'll give it to you, and at that point you can handle it, shoulder it. If it's got a bolt, you can check it, take the magazine in and out, do whatever you want to do. You know, if you want to aim it and pull the trigger, usually I ask them first where's the best place to do that, and they'll usually say, oh, you can point up at that corner and do it there. And if you like it, you can buy it and take it to the checkout. You can buy some ammo too, magazines, optics, cleaning supplies, slings, holsters, the list goes on. And at checkout they'll ask to see your firearms license, they'll put in whatever info they need to put in, and you'll pay, and they'll give you a bag and give you a receipt, and then you should take that stuff home immediately. If you prefer to shop online, many gun stores have online stores you can check out, but if you want to go used, you can check out a couple of places. The first I'd recommend to you is Gunpost, and the second one is Canadian Gun Nuts. I don't have an account on Canadian Gun Nuts, so I can't tell you a whole lot about that, but Gunpost is pretty good. It's basically just buy and sell for used firearms. Sometimes you'll find new stuff on there too. Most of the transactions done on these sites are person to person, so you're not dealing with a big company. The exact legalities and how to buy and sell firearms will be covered on your course, so you should already know how to do that. Just a fair warning to anyone using those sites, you should be skeptical. Scams have happened on these places, and there are times where accounts have been put up that are selling things that are totally illegal. Just remember, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. How to get a hunting license and tags. This one's similar to getting the firearms license, as you'll need to find an instructor and take a course. The core course that I took in British Columbia was a 2-day course, and it cost around $80. And since you already have your firearms license, you can skip the firearms section of the course, which will save you a couple of hours and let you get out of there earlier. You don't need a firearms license to take the hunting course, because you could be simply interested in bow hunting. In BC, you have to buy a BC Fish and Wildlife ID. You can't hunt or fish without one. It's basically like a profile that has all your licensing information attached to it. You got to take it to your local government office, like Service BC or Service Canada, whatever the one is in your province. Then you take them all your paperwork, and they'll give you paperwork back, and they'll tell you that you can legally hunt. You can also buy your species licenses there. Species licenses are tags. And in the future, you can just buy all this online each year. You don't need to go back. After all that, you're licensed, so congratulations. Quite the process to go through, and it does show a lot of dedication. You've got your foot in your door at your local club, you've met people, you've got opportunities to meet people for hunting and competitions. So what are you waiting for? Get out there. Get out there, practice, have fun, shoot straight, stay safe. If you've enjoyed this video, you might also like this one over here. Thank you again for watching, I really do appreciate it. Please leave a comment in the description and let us know what you thought or anything you'd like to add. What's something that a new gun owner should know that I didn't mention? Take care now, bye bye.